Hello everybody, welcome to the channel if you're new, and welcome back if you're already a subscriber. So we have had a couple new people join us, so I just want to say a special thank you and welcome to you guys. I also want to take a minute to just say thank you for anybody who leaves comments or thoughts. You guys have no idea how much it warms my heart in the middle of the week, like especially if I'm working my 9 to 5 and I'm feeling really run down and worried because I haven't gotten content out or something's happening. So just to know you guys are out there and supportive, it means the whole world to me. I know I'm not monetized and I know I'm not always the best with getting things out on time lately. It's just been really chaotic. So I really thank you guys so much for your support. So today's video is going to be a little lengthy. So I invite you to grab a cup of coffee, a glass of wine, whatever your drink of choice is, water if you're just trying to be healthy and hydrate. I promised myself that I would do a better job at kind of showing as much of the whole process of the planning as humanly possible. So this is my plan with me for a week in August. So once a month, I've been trying to do a plan with me style. I think this has happened now. This will be the third video. And I'm kind of doing an alternating style. So we're doing like one long chatty. We're doing kind of quick sped through. So this is obviously going to be a long chatty one, but it's just a video where I'm going to invite you to go through my planning process with me as best that I can. I've talked about it a lot in previous videos, so if you're new, I'm going to try to obviously educate you as best I can, and then if you're a subscriber and you've been around for a while, some of it's going to sound kind of redundant, so just bear with me a little bit. But I hope it helps. I hope you guys learned something. I hope you're inspired. And again, thank you so much. So let's just kind of dive into the whole thing. So today is actually like the day that I'm starting this video is Saturday the 13th. So typically, and I've talked about this in videos before, typically on a Thursday, I will, it's my last day in the office. So this month is a little kooky. I'm sorry, this stool is like being really distracting and it's cutting off my circulation because I'm putting my leg on it. So if you hear this like weird sound in the background, it's me like resituating my leg. Also, excuse me, if you're new here, I do tend to ramble and I am kind of all over the place and I love a good side chat and story. So like I said, it's going to be a lengthy one. I'll, try to keep it on track, but I am definitely a squirrel kind of person. I'm ADHD and OCD, so it's a really fun combo most days. So long story short, on Thursdays, I am normally, that's my last day in office for the week. August has been really cattywampus and all of our days are mixed up. So last week I was actually in the office, but supposed to be remote Monday, actually remote and supposed to be remote Tuesday, in the office Wednesday, in the office Thursday, and bonus, I was in the office Friday. We had appointments all of those days, and it was full days. I was actually in yesterday early and stayed late. So that's why content is a little kooky at the moment. So it's pausing for that. I am planning to still upload 2 videos a week. It just might be a little bit more sporadic than it is used to. And I'm actually playing with the idea of going live this weekend. So obviously you're going to be watching this in the future. So I'll be curious to see, did I actually go live? So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Best laid plans, So, okay. So typically on a Thursday afternoon, while I'm at work, usually, I go ahead and make the choice what's going to migrate over to the next week. So what are things that I physically do in the office, obviously not getting done. And so our office hours are normally until 4:30, Monday through Thursday. So typically about 3, I start making those calls and I start moving things around. Like, what can I do remote Friday? and still get done? What can I not get done? And what's in office only and needs to just go ahead and move to the next week. Due to the fact that I was in on Friday, I didn't really have to make a lot of those hard choices. I could kind of keep going through Friday. And so I did. So we're going to kind of take a minute and wrap up kind of this Friday list a little bit and any work tasks over here. Obviously it's Saturday now, so I can migrate all that stuff over. And I don't have to do that. And then we will talk about how I planned for the weekend in a sec. So I did do a really good job. Obviously red tail is like an everyday thing. That's what that RT means. It's red tail. It's a program that we use for tasks. But sorry, I'm kind of shuffling this about. So annuity spreadsheet, reconciling those lists, September periodic review lists, BCM paperwork. Those are all work. So I'm going to flip over. I'm going to remove this Post-it. That's my reminder to self. We can talk about that in a jiffy. That's exciting. Sometimes I do write like this week or I sticker, but I don't have a lot of space over there this week. And so I'm just going to dive right in and go ahead and migrate those over. Also, I don't really care if I bleed over. I never really do. Some people have like the most perfect little writing there, and I just can't get there. And this is not something that was on that list, but September cards is something that I did add for myself. So, and I'll show you a different list too. This is gonna sound like really crazy, but it's my system and that's what works for me. And I'm always implementing new things and trying new things and kind of expanding and contracting. And I feel like I kind of preach that a lot in my videos. Like, I really don't believe in a perfect planner piece. I always kind of, and it's strange. Like, I don't believe in planner piece, but I also believe in if it's not broken, don't fix it kind of mentalities of, you know, straddling that line, making sure that you're understanding, like, there are good days and bad days. So it's not like your system failed you or your planner failed you if you didn't have a great week or a great day. I know someone recently left a comment about how they were really happy that I did the video of the flip through and I didn't have my planner complete and I just left it and I didn't kind of falsify the report, as it were, because I really just wanted to show, like, hey, even though series is done and everything's all well and great, you know, I still have weeks where I didn't have the time. It didn't exist, and that's okay. Like, it happens, life happens. So I just encourage you to be kind to yourself when planning to do that. Oh, I didn't put the BCM paperwork, but as you can see, I just do like a little arrow. So if you have never read it, Ryder Carroll wrote Bullet Journal Method. He's kind of the founder creator of it. And I'll show you my bullet journal here in a minute. No, I do not still bullet journal. Let me say that. If you want to see some videos of the bullet journal when I did it, they are on the channel. I need to create like a playlist for each category really bad, but you know, in my million hours of spare time. But the way that the method works is you kind of bullet point each thing, unless it's a note, and then I think you dash it. and then you start if it's like important. And then when you start a task, you draw a line, like a what's it called? It's not a dash, because a dash is like this. I don't know. What is that called? I don't know. That mark, whatever that is just escaping my entire brain right now. And then when you complete it, you make an X. So you'll see lots of those. Like a lot of the red tail activities usually are, because it's very rare I actually finish everything that's in my list. Right now anyway. Used to be once upon a time I could do that. But if you finish it, you make an X. If you move it somewhere, you draw an arrow. And the whole idea of drawing the arrow is that you do not draw the arrow until you've actually moved it to where it's gonna be. So I'm kind of big into that, because it used to be that I would move it and then I wouldn't actually move it. And that was problematic. Also, if you get some really crazy lighting, it is because it is about 8 o'clock in the morning on Saturday. And obviously I'm going to be filming this over several days, but it's weird because it's like cloudy outside. It's been cloudy for weeks. I feel like. Yeah, I think literally it says cloudy every single day. I think it thunderstormed that day too, which was wild. But yeah, so that'll go. I'll put the weather in the top when we finish this little guy. If I already have a slash through it, I know that I had to have probably moved it somewhere, but I do try to keep an eye on those things. As far as my dry cleaning goes, I am going to go ahead and move that over here. Pick up jeans. That's what they have, and I'm still aggravated with them. They told me my dry cleaning was going to be done after 5 on Monday. I went and I picked it up on Tuesday morning when they opened, and my jeans weren't done, and it's on the other side of freaking town, so I am not really thrilled about having to drive all the way back over there for any reason. Thankfully, it's really close to my mom's, so I can normally like stop in and say hey to her, which I have done when I dropped it off and when I picked it up. Okay, I am going to leave these for now because they're all things that I could get done over the weekend. So I leave that alone. This is also kind of what I do. So I do usually the work side of it more on Thursday, because Friday we're all pretty much just like emotionally checked out, and I try to do the bare minimum on Friday. And I've already usually started switching gears to more at-home tasks or craft-minded tasks, because that's when I'm usually trying to do things. We're not gonna fill in Friday. Right now, I'm gonna do that on my own off to the side. I just really wanted to share with you like how that end of week migration starts, because I've always forgotten and kind of done it, and then, you know, come Friday, Saturday, I'm like, oh crap, I'm doing a plan with me next week, and I usually already have like stuff like this filled in, and no one really knows how it got there. So I really wanted to take you through that. I don't know that it needed 15 minutes worth of chatty nonsense, but you know, that's how a task migration in my world works. So another thing that I have been doing, which I'm pretty excited about actually, I tried this last week, and I'll show you the first version. So I just had spare note paper. I have notepads all over this house. Like, it's mind-blowing. But I feel like if you're a crafter of any kind, you definitely have lots of notepads, and you have lots of journals that need your attention, but the ones at the store need your attention more. So last weekend I was super duper motivated, and if you've been hanging out for a little while, you know I kind of went through like a fatigue spell. Like, it was like bad. It was really bad. But I don't know if it's now me realizing the root cause of it, or if it's we're still playing with it. I'm still trying to figure out kind of all the goings on about that because it is really odd. I do still think it is medication related. It's just a question of at what point in the medication that it's related so that I can switch it. And the one that was out of stock that I was taking, which is why the switch happened, all this is so not related, but tangent nonetheless, is back in stock. So I am working with my doctor to just have her send over a script for the old one and we can just call this a day. But it is still very interesting. I'm gonna sit so that I stop getting my leg to fall asleep because I keep like leaning on it funky. But I don't like that I can't see my camera view. So we're just, so here we go. So last weekend I sat down and I made a list. I think I started this like Friday night, maybe. Did I start it Friday? No, absolutely not. I started it Saturday morning. I spent probably 2 hours. I got up really early. Was that the day that I had the nightmare? Just out of curiosity. No, it is not. But I got up and I sat down with my planner and I updated it. I updated the trackers, the spending logs, all of that stuff. And I started making a list just on this piece of paper of things that I wanted to do over the weekend. It's pretty extensive and in no way, shape, or form was this all going to get done. It was just things coming to my mind. It's called a brain dump if you are into bullet journaling, but I feel like sometimes my brain dumps get out of hand and it goes from dishes, vacuum, clean litter box, film this, watch that, you know, go to Kroger, this, that, and the third, to it starts becoming like this elaborate project. Like by the time I got to the back, it was like wash car, clean out car, oil change, call Kia. Like even though they're like tasks that do need to get done, that's like when I know I need to stop because it's me thinking of everything under the sun. Like the next thing I'm going to put on this list is probably like purge entire closet, go to Container Store. Like I sit here and think that I'm going to reorganize my entire closet in one weekend along with all the other things. And you know, we're going to look like a California closet masterpiece at the end of it, which is just crap. But the point being like it can get a little out of hand. So I usually abandon them. However, I kind of stopped myself because I could see the spiral. And so I stopped. I think I did do the dishwasher, but that's neither here nor there. And a lot of these are like recurring things, like dishes are almost done every other day. Like I don't accumulate a lot of dishes and I typically do them right after, like within, you know, an hour of eating. They go into the sink to maybe soak a second and then I put them in the dishwasher. So the point being, this was rough draft number 1. By this week, I thought to myself, because that's what I call myself, why not try to use blank space in my bullet journal? So this is my Archer and Olive that I was gifted as a housewarming gift from my good friend Taylor Ann. Sorry, this whole thing doesn't fit in camera view. It is A5 size. This is A5 Slim. That's why it fits and this doesn't. But this was the bullet journal that I used. There was a lot of fanciness and then there was a lot of not doing. So I have been utilizing it as my test place for things. And I've talked about this before for things that have come over to the idea side. So that was very nice. To be able to have this space, and I do like using it. This is like an old list from a couple months ago where it's just a blank page. So I just kind of flip through the book and the first blank page I see is where I start whatever idea it is I have, as long as I have enough space. And I did in this particular case. I didn't really want it to get too out of hand. Of course it did though. I have a spare washi piece. If that shook the camera, I'm really sorry. So I am gonna washi this down here because this is a ongoing list. I started here And so it's the same way that I started last week, which is updating planner, tracking, spending logs. I have found that it is very helpful for me to, on remote days or on the first day of the weekend at bare minimum, sitting down with my planner. And I am trying to get better about finishing the day out. That's like the first thing I do the next morning is make myself finish the day out, make myself like track it so that it doesn't build up, because then it takes so much more time to go back and try to figure out like everything. So I make sure that that's like one of the first things I do every morning is update everything, all the logs. So I have a spending log in the back of this planner. That is where I migrate. Sorry, I realize you're not seeing everything. I have a spending log in the back of this planner that I need to update. This is my, wow, it would help if I like showed things on camera. So this is my spending log, and I just migrate all my little spender things over there. Sometimes I think that I've put it in both places, so I have to like remind myself a little bit. I make sure my water is tracked. I make sure I've put everything in my Fitness Pal, that I've updated the tracker in the front of that planner. And that when I say update, I usually mean finish out the day. So whatever happened the rest of the evening, if I didn't do it already. Because sometimes I have been doing it in the evening. Wow, the ramble. So back to the crazy list. So I made that the top priority, that I wanted to get through that. And part of that was filming the start of Plan With Me migration before the pin. So I'll be able to complete that at the end of this. Film swatches. So my Coffee Monster Co. pre-order washi tape arrived on Thursday. All the packages came Thursday. I documented it very nicely in my little planner. All the things came. Oh my God, it was like Christmas. It was freaking amazing. And my boyfriend was cooking me a delicious pasta dinner when I came home. So it was like, it was perfect. It was absolutely perfect. But then I have like those other tasks like sweeping, vacuuming, dishes. My plants need my love and attention, and I do want to repot some of them. And then from there, it's just all kinds of tasks. And I try to go between being triggered by one task. So an example of that would be, I'm going to use the car reference because to me it's a simple task of cleaning out the car, of getting like all of like work things out. Maybe I have some recycling in there from the office because we don't have recycling at our complex, so I bring it home to recycle, save the turtles. But I might need to pull that out. There might be shoes in there from going back and forth to Jeff's. Like, I just mean getting everything out of the car. Then I start thinking, oh, it really would be nice to wash and vacuum the car. Oh, well, I really need to get my oil changed. Oh, well, I need to make that appointment too. So it starts to spiral. So I try really hard not to get too out the frame. And like I said, get to the point where you want to add that task of, clean out your entire closet, and we're going to go to Goodwill and we're going to buy all the storage solutions and forego the entire list of activities. So making sure I follow that train of thought and, follow that frenzy, but I don't get so far gone that I create tasks that are going to make it almost impossible to get anything else done. So yes, I think I finished that thought. I was just trying to think on that. So really, what I first did was made a couple off the cuff, like notes. And then I used last week's list. I was like, where the heck did that thing go? To kind of migrate. Like, I didn't do the arrows thing. That wasn't necessary. I didn't mean to be as rigid. So I just kind of copied things over from that point. I even put some work things on here because I'm not completely opposed to getting some of them done over the weekend to help future me out, because I am kind of struggling and a little bit underwater right now. But we'll see how that goes. We'll see. And then obviously I have the IG Live Saturday and Sunday written down on here. Because I may or may not do that. So we'll see. And I've left space to do the whole X out, migrate, starting thing. I do really like this version because I'll tell you a little secret. So this is how this worked. Kind of. It worked like this, kind of. This is what I envisioned going forward anyway. At the end of the weekend, whatever is left here, and this is also the thing, this prevents me from writing that whole list right here and running out of room and it not being realistic. A lot of the things over here are also on this list. So I kind of pull all the tasks from all the places, from the Post-its, from the random list. This is that one dumping ground for me to look at over typically a 3-day time frame, because typically I'd be off on Friday. Again, this is very long. How long are we on? Okay, yeah, full half hour just to talk about migration. Absolutely wonderful. Very, very on point. But I really wanted to be thorough this time around because I just wanted to be. So if you're not here for it, that's okay. Yeah, so this is the master list basically for the weekend. At the end of probably Sunday afternoon is when I will start trying to decide what's gonna go where. And I am actually remote Tuesday and Wednesday the coming up week. So I'll have a nice little break in the middle of the week to accomplish some things. And then I'm actually off on Friday to go to a wedding. So that'll be really fun. And then I'll have the weekend. So work-wise, that's what's crazy too, is I'll be in the office only 2 days. And lately I've been in the office 4 because I've been so behind. So that's another reason why I may do some stuff early. Not the point, but this is kind of how we are going to migrate for the week. This is how I'm gonna accomplish stuff over the weekend. And again, this is all the stuff that kind of happens before the plan with me for the following week. So that's why I really wanted to include it. And obviously I could have showcased this backwards, if that makes sense. So I'm not sure how we'll do this come the end of the week. And it'll be a little strange too because I'm off Friday. So we'll just kind of see what happens and just let it be. But I hope that some of these tips and tricks and thoughts and randomness was helpful. I hope that you enjoyed it and that you're enjoying whatever beverage it is that you are enjoying while you go on this ride with me. All right, well, when I come back, we're gonna be probably at Sunday afternoon getting ready to go into the week. Bye. Hello, so we are back and it is Monday morning. It's about 7:45. I have already driven all the way from New Bern, Georgia, which is about an hour away to get home. I ended up going to Jeff's overnight so that we could hang out a little bit since this week is a little kooky. So we are going to migrate over a couple things and I might do some filling in. So things I would normally do kind of like on a Sunday night or Sunday at some point, and sometimes Monday, obviously, like today's Monday and I'm doing it now, is move over the last couple tasks and things that just didn't make it. So that's what we're gonna do. And we're also going to officially start putting things down. Again, this video is meant to be kind of longer, chattier, laid back, so I hope you guys all have a very nice beverage. So some things that I didn't get to on my to-do list from over here are Goodwill. Oh my goodness, this pen is brand new, so I really didn't think to warm it up a bit, but that clearly was a bad choice. There we go. Okay, I scribbled it. Again, I'm like kind of leaning on my stool a little. So if you hear this really strange sound, that's what that is. It's me like shifting on it. Okay, so like I said, I don't make my mark until I have moved it over. Plan, meal. I feel like this pen is giving me issues because it's brand new and I wanted a new one so that my writing was clean and it knows this. Oh. Okay, very aggravated with these pens today. And just for the record, I use Pilot G2.38. If I have not said that in this video, I know I've talked about it before. Gracious me. Okay, other things that I need to do are, okay, so I've got the BCM paperwork over here, and I think I've already put up the pickup jeans, yes. I thought I was gonna get to an Etsy plan and update, so I'm going to talk to her about it. Move that over. I'm not going, this became null and void. I literally didn't work out all week, which freaking sucks. And then I will move over to email my granny a recipe. I did take my pencil board out because that'll help it. It won't be like a hard surface for it to compete with. I think that's what made it angry to begin with. Okay, sorry, I tilt it so that I can write. So I'll tilt it back so you can see. As far as water goes, I was really, really bad. I only got half of the water bottle in. Random fact update. So I am still working on switching the medication back, but I found out that fluid retention is another one of the side effects of this particular medicine. And let me tell you, I feel like Violet in the original Willy Wonka, but this is what's really crazy. So fluid retention is a side effect, but I feel dehydrated. So I keep drinking the water, retaining the fluid, and it's freaking awful. It's awful. Like I feel like a manatee that is just flapping out on the beach. That's like just humongous, but also no moisture. Like my lips are like consistently dry right now, which is really, really wild. I know this is definitely not what you came here for, but this is just random shit going on in the background. I did actually update my tracker, so that was done. I did not film the Make-A-Wish, go figure. I didn't finish my Hobonichi ketchup. We'll go ahead and just, I'm gonna just do this the way that I would do this. Like that's what I'm trying to achieve in this video, is getting as close to how it actually happens. Yeah. That made no sense. I am trying to get it as close to how I actually plan and what my process actually is, even if it is longer and me pausing, because a lot of times I just don't do it on camera or something, and I just do it after the fact, but I feel like that's not an accurate representation. And I feel like I am getting a lot of really good feedback about being authentic and realistic in these videos, and so I am pushing myself even. I think it's really hard as a content creator because sometimes it's easier to pull out certain things just to keep the video condensed or small or whatever. So I'm just going for it. If you don't like it, let me know. We could go back to, me hiding shit behind the curtain. That's fine too. That's totally the way that it is. I am tempted to put a sticker, but also not. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm just gonna take this back out. Probably a little bit bigger than I would have naturally written. We really didn't do a lot. We just hung out at Jeff's house and he practiced with his bow, and I I did like my updates and stuff in my journal, and we just chatted and drank and grilled, and it was pretty low-key Sunday. But I don't feel like I need a sticker, even though it's probably, no, I have some, I don't know. There's some other days with no stickers. Because the one I would reuse is probably that, and I don't know that I want them both on there. Oh. I'll put that over here. Okay, so we're officially done with this week. Like, that never happens, but I actually worked really hard yesterday at Jeff's to make sure that everything was really nice and filled in and cleaned up so that I started fresh on Sunday, or Monday, is what I meant to say. So, yes. So I'm not gonna put in the weather, mainly because I don't know yet what it is. I haven't looked. I just also realized that because I wrote over a little bit, that's gonna mean some fun washi placement. So normally this would be done ahead of time because I would have wanted it for the flip through and for the planning, for the actual plan with me. This is one of many washi trays I have. These are from the We Are Memory Keeper cases. I need to get another one. I already have two, but they're full. And I also have a container store. I think it's called like the medium box full of washi. So I got washi coming out my ears, but my washi of choice when I am doing a plan with me week is my Coffee Monster Co. washi. I loved it, and I've actually got two, there's some right here too. It's like 2.5 rows. Mainly the reason I need to get, these are all kind of like my small shop washis. Not all of them. I have some off to the side that you can't see that I had to move. And then these are more of them. Just hanging out in here. So much washi. So much washi. I really did kind of want to use all new washi, but I think I am just going to use some new washi. I do want to do this super cute little doodad. Okay, if I can get my collective crap together, because I would have been driving. It's fine. I do need bundles of four just so I don't, so I have a hard surface to cut with. Like I said earlier in the video, it's probably about 2 figures per. I question if I just cut through the paper though on that one because it did make a loud sound. It is about 2 characters per block when it comes to the TC MC washi. And this is normally all done ahead of time because it's obviously done by the time I do my plan with me. Sorry, I was like trying to concentrate and make sure I didn't rip anything. Okay, cool. So we don't actually have any bleed through. So yay, I did opt to do the little planner and the stickers because I am shooting a plan with me this week, and that's gonna be one of the first tasks on there. These are all samples that I have, so I am a little bit stingier with them. Like, we'll probably never put them in my Hobonichi or swatch them or anything fun like that because I don't have a lot. So yeah, I'm rather protective. I do want to order some more, but like I said, I'm trying not to go too crazy right now because there's a lot of things coming out that I want to participate in. I am going to say / film, sun, and moon, because that's what I need to do today. Then I need to reschedule 8:15 appointments. So my boss is actually sick today, so that'll be like the first thing that I do. Then I'm gonna do confirm calls. And then I'm gonna do allocations. Then I'm gonna handle policy tasks. I need to do email, mail, because it's Monday, so it's a little bit crazier. And then I'm just gonna put RT because of stuff that will come up, and I'm gonna leave it blank from here. So this takes me to about midday of things that I'm gonna work on. So like I said, sorry, sticker avalanche and chair moving. Clunkiness, because normally I would just be doing this kind of like at my desk from work. Like that's kind of my typical style, is like I get in on a Monday morning or I get home and just kind of wrap up Sunday, start moving things over. So this is kind of what it's gonna look like until we get back later this afternoon. And yeah, so there's that. So I'm gonna put a stop in that. And then I do wanna show you this really quickly because I am going to fill this in. So I did talk about this over the weekend with you guys, like my kind of master list. So what I'll do is I'm gonna wrap up, we can actually do that now. So I updated my planner, I updated the trackers and the spending log. Jeff and I do have a good idea for that, to plan it anyway. I did not work out either of those days, which friggin' sucks. I did not make a plan yet. Did not do that, did not do that. I halfway did this. I did check in with him. Trying to see. I don't need to do this. He's gonna do it today, so he's gonna be a big kid and handle that. I need to scan my receipts. I did an IG live there. Okay, so this is it. So now what I will do, and some of these are already on the sheet, so what I will kind of do from here is use this to help me get through the week so that come like Friday, I can make another big long one. I have found that it is, from a bullet journal perspective, you almost do this every day. I feel like it's too much to constantly be moving over, and it takes up an inordinate amount of room. Like, it's just absurd. I know I've seen a million different ways that you can do it, and I think that's what makes journaling, bullet journaling, and planning so fucking fantastic, is that the open playing field and all of the amazing content creators out there show you there's more, this is gonna sound really ugly, more than one way to skin a cat. It's just a phrase. Calm down, no one's skinning cats. I have a cat, not skinning her. She's fine. She's now over in the corner, waiting for me to go take a shower, so she can eat her breakfast in peace. But yeah, I did want to keep this fairly short. I just want to show you again what that wrap up end of the week process looks like, because that's not something I've shared in the past, and I really wanted to do that with this plan with me, and I'm going to keep stressing it, that I'm really going to try to show you as much as I can remember, think about, and do. So there's that. So as things go on throughout the week, I can like cross these off so that when I get to Thursday, Friday-ish, I'll probably do it on Thursday because we have the wedding Friday. If I'm being honest, I can start pre-planning a little bit, and I can show you what that looks like. So it's really these two books that I'm playing in the most, and it's really just so I use this journal up. It's really not for any other reason. I do have a lovely note section in the back that I'm slowly migrating over into. So I'm gonna close this up. I have been using a blue pen, so it is also a Pilot G2.38. It's just in blue, and I have a lot of them, so I don't know what possessed me to buy a box of them, and I don't normally use blue pens. I normally use black. Maybe I'll do, I should do a whole blue week. I should do it next week. Should I use my blue? You're not gonna see this video until like the end of this, but I'm just saying, we'll see if it happens. I think it would be a good week to work in blue. I think that would be nice. And then this is kind of my meal plan. I usually do it kind of sloppy, and then I typically have a grocery list on the back, so I don't know why that one's set up like that. But I will work on putting that in at some point today if I need a break. So we'll see how that goes, and I look forward to catching up with you guys this afternoon. But first, I'm gonna go take a shower. Bye. Hello. So last night I did not get the chance to hop on and wrap up my day, so we're gonna wrap up Monday and start planning for Tuesday. It's about 9 o'clock in the morning. I got up a little later than normal, so I got up about 6:30. I was a little restless, so I kind of tossed and turned before then, but I didn't actually get up. Now this pencil board, just so you know, actually came with my kit, which I love it because it's a little bit smaller and it helps to have that closure occasionally, but sometimes it can be a little annoying because the closure is in the way a lot of the time. So I'm gonna just write crazy because it literally was overcast and then it was sunny and then it rained while the sun was just like glaring, so it's crazy weather yesterday. I did put in an 11/11 wish, so vainly I am hoping that I just look really nice on Saturday for this wedding, and then I was hoping for productivity, which it was a very productive day. I am not gonna slash off that I filmed Monday because I didn't finish it. I didn't finish the mail and I didn't finish my red tails. It's very rare that I would finish them all. I did write in that it took me 3.5 hours to book a hotel for my boss. Gracious. So imagine you asking someone to book you a hotel and then all the questions that get asked, or that you like, it was hilarious. It was absolutely unnecessarily hilarious. Some other things that I did put in while I was at the office was that I would like to clean out the fridge and take the recycling. I took some of the recycling. I have a lot, so I'll be finishing that out today. And I'm gonna move cleaning out the fridge over to today. I can go ahead and fill in that I had 3 more glasses of water. So I was doing okay on that. I actually hit my 10,000 steps. I was almost on calorie count. I just had a really long day and I tried to make good sugar choices. I'm contemplating doing no sugar for the entire month of September. And I don't mean like cutting out sugar 100% completely. I mean just like sweets. So like the crumble cookies and ice cream and those kind of things, just to take the month off. I know October and the fall will hit me pretty hard, so I kind of want to prepare for that. I can go ahead and write in the weather for today. It's going to be a low of 67, a high of 87. Right now it is very overcast and it will probably be that way all day. I'm going to tilt this a little bit, sorry. I want to try to film in a way where you guys can like see. I feel like this is the best view. If you think of another view, let me know. I'm gonna say Banks hairball at 6:30. That's what woke me up, more or less, was Banks having a hairball, which is rather annoying. Not her fault. It just happens. Especially when the temperatures change a lot, she'll kind of go through that. Before I get started on the day, I want to wrap up this little section. So it took me about 3.5 hours to book the hotel, and these are kind of the tasks that I did through the day. But I am going to go through my little sticker sheet. Packages, because I did get packages yesterday. I did get really cute mail. I didn't get it right here, but it looks like this little guy is just gonna fit really well right there, so I'd like to put him there. Shein order arrived. I don't have any new mail other than that. I'm trying to think. Oh, watching The Princess on HBO. It's a documentary about Princess Diana. I know that there's also a new show on Hulu called The Princess, so I did want to differentiate between that. I did not make sloppy joes either. I really didn't do anything. Cut down labels. So I'll write that. And I was in bed pretty early, so I don't need to add anything else to this. It was a pretty simple Monday. I didn't work out or anything like that either. So if you've hung out for a while, then you know Mondays and Tuesdays are usually harder days for me to work out. I'm actually remote Tuesday and Wednesday this week, and I may have the energy on Thursday. So I'm hoping to work out the next 3 days and just kind of get back on the ball. I'm gonna write Dr. the new Anam reply and rant. I lost my marbles. So I'm going through some issues with this medication thing, and that's that right now. Hopefully I can get that wrapped up today. I started all these spreadsheets yesterday for the most part. Nothing else changed. So that's kind of how I wrapped up Monday. I started the spreadsheets. I just added notes, and I know I talked about this before. I do use it partly for tasks and partly for memory keeping. So this will allow me to kind of see at a glance what all happened for the day. Tracking my spending. I purchased the Awesome Ladies Project scrapbook festival that's going on. It starts today. So we'll put that in a minute. And then Paper Person released their collections for the upcoming month, and there were some Disney items that I really wanted. So I was actually really reeled in, and I was very proud of myself about that. So now we're going to go on over to the next page, or not the next page, just the next bar. So I put in the weather. Binks had a hairball. That's kind of it for the morning. Lots of phone calls have been happening, which we'll put in a minute. As far as orange goes, what do I want to do? Obviously, I want a Coffee Monster Co. washi. I really want to use the fall critters, but I also don't have a like super large amount of them. I wonder where I'm at. Oh, that's the whole thing with the Seasons washi though, is it is a little bit wider. I don't necessarily want to use the coffee shop one either. Let's see. Can I make this work for orange? I don't know. I think it's gonna have to be the Fall Critters, which is fine. Fall Critters is my normal go-to for the orange section. I would love if I could get some more of this. I think more may come this fall. Like, that'd be really cool. She redesigned it. What is really hilarious, you cannot see on camera, I should take a picture of it, but I look a fright, is the fact that I actually have on this super fall overall set. It's so stinking cute. I can't I'm so excited. It's from my Shein order that did come yesterday. I've been trying on my order leisurely this morning. Where is I have my little X-Acto knife, but I don't have my ruler. Did I chuck it back in here? It's okay, we can use a different one. Yeah, it's this super cute overall set, and it's got like kind of sunflowers on it. And my stomach's growling, so I hope you can't hear that on camera because that's really embarrassing if you can. Okay, just took that little edge off so that I don't cut off any parts of either of these cute little characters. Usually a little bit of kind of grooming has to be done. There we go. Okay, so we've got these cute little fall figures. Again, they make sense because I'm trying on the Shein stuff, and one is like, the one that I have on right now is super, I need to go be in a sunflower field and be picking pumpkins. Like, it's so stinking cute. I'm obsessed. Call NPC, which is my doctor's office, and I called them. We're going to try on Shein because I will be mailing some things back, but most everything worked, so I did that. Film Monday and Tuesday, so I'll be doing that. Other things that I would like to do today, obviously red tail is a thing today. I'm gonna mark off policy tests from yesterday because I did start that. I'm gonna do email, even though I haven't started. These are things I'll start like almost immediately as soon as I finish filming. I am also going to just slash spreadsheets because I do want to try to power through and work on them today. I don't care that this is going to flow over because I'd rather flow over into Wednesday than start a new line where it takes up more space. So these are just going to be the things I work on through the morning. So getting my red tail worked out, looking at email and spreadsheets. I do want to work out, and I do want to work on some crafty things today. That being said, there is actually a kickoff for the Awesome Ladies festival today at 7. So I need to kind of do something for that, but I don't know necessarily what I want to do. Maybe a working emoji, but all of them have coffee and it'll be late, so I don't know. And then I do have these cute crafty ones I could use. All the things. Let's see what makes sense. Here. I don't know that I'll use anything for that, but what I do need to do is put in a cleaning one. I'm losing all my train of thought, and that's kind of okay. And another thing that I would kind of normally do is color code this. So I'm also kind of looking for that. So let's use this like peachy, orangey, house because it kind of goes with that. And I'm gonna put that here. Usually on a remote day, I do try to have a little bit more balance to what I'm working on. So I'm gonna do kitty box needs to be cleaned, sweep, vacuum, dishes, laundry is good right now. So those are the main things. I did clean out the fridge like this morning, kind of. This is gonna make me really, really angry. So I didn't leave enough room right there, so I have to move this so that I do have enough room to make a little X. I think that's enough room. I think I can manage with that little room. Okay, clean out fridge, recycle, and then I'll set the trash out tonight. So that's a really long house cleaning list. Trim, banks, back, nails. I did her front yesterday. So that's a lot of house cleaning things to do today. But they won't take that much time, and I might leave this area for a workout. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 o'clock is ALP festival kickoff at 7 p.m. So I'll put that in. And then I probably won't use the rest of this space mostly. Like, this will be all encompassing for work. This will be home. This will be workout. And then hopefully some crafty things can get done today. I don't know what that looks like yet. I'm trying to be calmer with myself about just staying on task and also trying to put out content. That's why I chose to go with the Awesome Ladies Festival this week, because there's actually scrap, like crops throughout the week where you just like work on the project that you're working on. So I will definitely be taking part in that. And I'm gonna use all these cute little emojis to do so. So I'm gonna use one of the bigger ones to mark off if I have space. Hopefully I did. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. So I'm gonna go ahead and mark this in as ALP crop at 4 p.m. Super cute, super cute. And they're actually gonna be at 4 o'clock, I think, every day moving forward. So I just wanna mark it right here for right now, just to like get that sticker in there. I don't overdo it with the stickers. As you can see, I just kind of speckle them in, so I don't use them too crazy. I would like to film some YouTube stuff today. Since I got a video out and did a live over the weekend, I'm gonna try to do, like I said, some videos, like film some videos while these crops are going on, so that I'm kind of all caught up with content. That's my vision. Another thing that I did yesterday was I mapped in all of my meal planning. I'm already off kilter completely. I did really good, and then I ended up having hibachi instead of sloppy joes, so that's gonna move around a little bit. I think we are doing the pork with sides tonight. That'll probably stay the same, except for I'll have to find a new dinner. So we'll see how that goes. And then I marked out Saturday because I have no idea what we're doing. We're gonna be driving back from Tennessee from the wedding, and I just kind of want to leave it open. I don't know. And then I think we're gonna cook breakfast at my apartment on Sunday. And I know for a fact I am eating meatballers that night, as long as nothing else goes wrong. Because I really want to have it. So I'm gonna work on putting all of my toys away and getting started with work, and then we will pop back on later this afternoon, fill out a couple things, see what got done, and what I was able to accomplish today. So I hope that, again, I hope you guys are learning just kind of how smooth some of the planning can be, but how I do use both of tasks and memory keeping a little hand in hand. So I hope everyone's having a lovely Tuesday. At least it's Tuesday right now, and we'll check back in a little bit. Okay, so we're back for a little bit of an afternoon edition, which is kind of nice. So Jeff is actually on his way over, and he is planning, I think, to be remote tomorrow from here. So I don't know how filming is gonna work, but I did want to fill in a little bit, just kind of show you guys where I had like checked off a couple of things. I got almost everything done. Banks has been rather elusive, so haven't trimmed her nails yet. And then I'm gonna set the trash out when we leave for dinner. My recycling is full at the complex, so I can't take any more over there right now. And I, of course, didn't finish my red tails and my spreadsheets because it's just virtually impossible. Kickoff is at 7, and I don't know if I'm gonna make it because I might still be at dinner. I have had another glass of water, so I'm doing pretty good on the day. And I'm doing really good on my steps and other things. What I want to do very quickly is go ahead and do the yellow for tomorrow. I know this is a little bit extravagant to like basically scroll through the washi all the way to the I Am Creative, but I am really excited to do the crop tomorrow. So I am going to make sure that that is on there. And I'm okay with the brave one being on there because the I Am Unique, I think, is going to take up like the whole entire thing. So I'm going to do this. Oh, that's cute. I am brave. I am creative. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. So cute. And like I said, I don't know that I'm gonna make the kickoff tonight, but I think it's just like basic info. Nothing too crazy that I'm missing. And then what I will do is I will just take this and oh, that's cute. I am going to do a little bit of surgery on this, and then I will just put it on my little washi board that, why does that keep flipping up? I'll just keep that on my washi board off to the side. And then I am also gonna pop this on, I think, because I actually get paid on Thursday of this week. I'm gonna sneeze. Yes, that is legit how I sneeze. No, I'm not going to edit it out. It's just not happening. So there you go. That's some real candid moment right there. Okay, so I'm going to flip this side. I haven't decided what blues I want to use yet because we're going to be driving. I think it's going to end up being mountains and meadows, because we are going to be driving through mountains and meadows, so it seems really appropriate, and it is very blue, but I am going to wait to washi the rest of that a day or two. Perfect. And again, this is a ceramic blade. I want to say I ordered it off Amazon. That's how I got that. So super cute. I've got 2 more days going in there. I'm not going to lay out anything else from here. Right now, my plan is to pick up jeans. I want to say dry cleaning, but just gonna say pick up jeans because they open at 7 and I'll be driving otherwise. So that's really the only plan I have first thing in the morning. And then from there, I will decide what are work tasks and home tasks based on if Jeff is staying or not. So I'm gonna leave that blank for now. Obviously weather and otherwise, so we'll catch up in the morning. Hello, we're back. Sorry about the camera shaking. I think I hit it too hard to hit the start, but we've got a lot of catch up to do and I'm going to kind of just chit chat my way through it and just let you guys kind of know what happens when I get behind, because that's kind of what happened. I know I talked about this in the video that released on Sunday, or is releasing Sunday. I've already uploaded it and everything's good to go. So, and it's set up for noon. So for once, everything's relatively on time again. I'm still doing like 1 a week, but I'm just not back to that 2 a week at noon consistency yet. And I've got descriptions backlogged for the next 6 million years, I feel like. But we're gonna do some catch up in the planner and just kind of chat about what happened through the week as I go. So let's just go ahead and start with Wednesday. So one thing that I do when I get behind is I just kind of have to let myself have it and realize, as long as I feel like it's within a realm of possibility to catch up, I will do it. I think a lot of the reason that I'm also doing it is because I am already shooting the plan with me this week. I don't know that I would have abandoned it completely, but I do still have a relative idea of kind of how we got here. So I've literally got the whole week that I have to catch up on. I do use I think it's called timeanddate.com, and I can look up past weather patterns. I do it all the time. And I am not ashamed to admit it, because sometimes the day gets away from me and I do miss out. I am gonna write a little note here at the top that says, "Am I remote at the apartment?" I don't have enough room to write breakfast, but we did have breakfast at First Watch. So I did not pick up my jeans. So I'm gonna go ahead and draw an arrow. I was gonna try to pick them up Friday and that didn't happen. So we're gonna go ahead and flip to the next week and I'm gonna write pick up jeans. Super important that I do that at some point. So for the rest of the day, it was really calm, actually. It was just very, it was calmer for me, very busy for Jeffrey. I know I mentioned this in the video on Sunday that got uploaded, but he has been working really crazy hours. He is training a new assistant and dealing with that, and there's just a lot going on with the business right now. And yeah, so he's working like 12-14 hour days, and he's on the phone a lot. So that being said, it was busy, but I couldn't film until I could film, I just couldn't voice over. I did get to do the crop one day, which really sucks. I wanted to do more of them. It just didn't work out that way. It really, I'll go back and watch the content, but it's okay. So I worked on Red Tail. I never finished. I actually got so much done with the annuity spreadsheets. I got so much done with spreadsheets just because I kind of had to be quiet and I couldn't really get distracted because he was so focused that it made me focused, if that makes sense. I just had to be work focused, not personal focused, if that makes sense. So I worked on the annuity and policy and PR list. So it was a lot of spreadsheet craziness. I cooked dinner, but it was really bad that day. The other thing that I'm not going to be able to show you guys on camera right now is water. Like I might try to, I can fill in probably Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I have absolutely no, I don't know. I think I could do Thursday. Let's do that while I'm thinking of it. And my brain feels like it can handle it. I know I made it that far. And then Friday, I think I got one whole water bottle down. Same yesterday, pretty weak. I'm almost done with the first one, so I'm gonna go ahead and mark all of that. Okay. And this is just, it sounds really crazy, but this is, if I'm playing catch up, I am very manic. I'm that way normally. In my schedule, it's like, ooh, I thought of that, and I'll go ahead and write it down. I'm not very worried about it necessarily being linear. Like you'll see me have to pull myself back all the time. Another thing that I'm not gonna be able to throw in here is any spending tracking, because I haven't done that. That'll be part of my to-dos today, is get caught up with that. So while that's drying a little bit, I am going to finish up my washi. I need to grab my little ruler, as long as I did bring it from the office, which I did. I know I said this earlier, and I'm kind of worried that it might be too green now. I'm gonna do it, screw it, because it is very on point, so I don't care, is my thing. I am doing the Mountains and Meadows washi because we went to Appleton, Tennessee for a wedding, and that is mountainous. It was absolutely beautiful. The rain held off just long enough. A bridesmaid did faint, which was crazy. She locked her knees. She's totally fine. But it was still pretty terrifying there for a minute. And it was like right at the end of the ceremony, which was insane. Like it was the most perfectly timed. People thought it was a joke, which was what was crazy. That's terrible to say. That's so terrible. I am going to do the purple sleepy. Do I have two of those? I feel like I have multiples of the sleepy. I might use it off the smaller batch I have, because why not? Okay. This is the smaller batch, so I will overlay that. I am definitely using Sleepy Washi all the way across because I am so tired. Thankfully, Jeff drove home, but we definitely enjoyed ourselves very hard. And I'm okay with that. We had a really good time. I got to see people. I got to meet new friends of his. So it was his friend Brandon's wedding, and it was really kind of awkward because the bride completely forgot that she had met me once before, which was awkward. But yes, it was really nice to see friends of his that I do know. It was really nice to meet friends of his I didn't know. And of course, you know, what's a wedding without a little bit of side drama? So there was a little bit of side drama, other than painting and things. But yes, I feel like the Sleepy Washi is perfect for this particular thing. So we've got our washi set up. I will go ahead and I've written down a couple things that I needed to remember. So this was just really busy. I feel awkward leaving this blank, but I don't want to put a sticker because I've got one there, and then I don't I don't really know what to fill it with other than just saying it was Jeff super busy. And then we did take like little walks every once in a while. So that's perfect. That just kind of marks it. That's a really great way to fill space, in my opinion. Just little notes of what's going on in the day, not necessarily an event or tasks. Sorry, I don't know if you guys can hear people in the hallway. I made dinner. Pork. I'm gonna say super dry because I dried out the pork. With fancy butter. I did. I made I tried a new thing with the pork. It did not go well. It dried it out really bad, but I had this like fancy butter that I used in some green beans and then in some mashed potatoes, and they turned out really good. So the sides were good, but the pork was really, really dry. And then I think, when did I watch Sandman? I think we started maybe. I think we watched it that night, but I don't want to say for sure. So I'm just going to skip that entirely and pop over here. So we've got 70 degrees, 79, it's overcast. It's literally been like overcast forever now, I feel like. Early. They had like a team meeting that was stupid early in the morning. I think they started at like 7. I wasn't even out the door yet. So I worked on Wilker. I actually finished that. Barnes. I didn't finish that, so I probably shouldn't have X'd that, but I finished my part, so that's what I found what I needed to find. That's my point. Did not finish filing, but I worked very hard on it. Redtail, I did get a ton done. Alliance. Allocations, I did finish those. I do want a cute little sticker because I did kind of have like a work call with April at 10:30 and it's perfectly stopped there, so that is perfect. And I did confirm calls after that, so we will use a black phone since I don't have a green one. That's one other thing that I try to do is theme it color through there, so I will go ahead and do that. Call with April at 10:30 a.m. I was not super happy in that phone call, but it's all good. So I did confirm calls as well. I'm trying to think what else got accomplished that day. Or what I was maybe watching. I'm very obsessed with my big farm games, so that's usually like my random side thing that I've been working on. I probably did TCNC sale prep which I still haven't bought my stuff yet, and it's Sunday and I need to. I feel like there's so many things that I mean, obviously it's natural that you forget between point A and point B. I filed, I worked on getting my desk cleaned up, lots of scanning and doing those things, lots of phone calls and confirms. I think that's about it. So I'm gonna quit there, which is not ideal. And then I'll do 2, 3, 4, 5. Take dinner. That is why I did not get on my Zoom, is because I took Jeff Mac and Jack's for dinner. Poor babe, he stayed there like a couple more hours after that. He just was pooped. I was completely out of it by the time I got home. Pack for trip, which I half-assed did. Okay. Again, I'm sure I will kind of remember things a little bit as I go, and I'm okay with like popping back and forth. Again, that's kind of my ADHD brain a little bit. So I am gonna write in 70 and 82. Overcast and all the weather. It was really, really wild weather. It was kind of a little bit of everything. I was so mad. I broke the zipper on the dress that I was gonna wear. Like there was something wrong with the teeth of it, and I just pulled it too hard and it pulled it off track. And my neighbor and it was a mess. It was a complete mess. But the morning I spent pretty much getting ready, so there's really not much to throw in there. I guess I could have put like some kind of like cute self-care looking stamp or like washed hair. I don't know. And then I am going to, if I can find it. Sounds so silly over there, like digging through all the things. I am going to make a little, I liked when I did this the other week. It turned out really cute. This cute little marker. So I'm gonna let that dry because I think these are water based, so let that dry a little bit. To Apison. Okay, so we drove to Apison. That took most of the afternoon. Oh, I know what I can put in there. Okay, so we're gonna put that back. We actually went to Beto's Tacos. And that was a new, very quick find, which I was super happy about. So I'll just do the cute Beto's Tacos lunch. Heart. It's my best filler for everything, is those cute little hearts that don't even look like hearts. So wedding at 5:30 p.m. I feel like I'm gonna butcher. I'm gonna do the Morrises. And again, my cute little hearts, because I will butcher the bride's name and I don't want to do that. Oh, that was a squiggly. Let's clean that up. Wow. That's special. There. Now it's just a little bit more sloppy, but that's okay. And the wedding just literally became a literal all-night affair. And I know what needs to go at the bottom. So they had the cutest little drinks. They had like his and hers drinks. So I'm gonna put like a little super cute. The his and hers cocktails were really, really good. In my mind, Brandon's one, it had rum in it and it was really good. And I'm a tequila margarita girl, and hers was like a spicy margarita. I should have taken pictures at the like little sign. But yeah, we didn't get home. We didn't get back to the Airbnb until like 3 a.m. I'm gonna write the weather again for Appison because we unintentionally were there half the freaking day. So just to let you guys, let me know if this would be a fun live stream to do, like planning catch up. That I think that would be really fun to do, like Hobonichi on live stream or something one afternoon. But long story short, got back at 3 a.m. 2 hours MIA. So Jeff was like vibing with his friends and I didn't want to interrupt, and I didn't want him to worry that like something was wrong. So I just texted him like, hey, went to the car to lay down. And I went back to my car and I literally just laid out in the backseat. It was super uncomfortable and I never really slept, but at least I could lay down. It was out in the middle of the woods, which was great, but most of the wedding party had cabins there. And so they had like changed clothes and were comfortable. And so they're like raging and howling at the moon. I'm still dressed up for this wedding. I'm very tired. I am a person that shuts down at like 11 midnight. Period. I literally, I think it's like a Cinderella effect. I'm done. Let's see, so the venue and the bar and the send-off and everything kind of happened at 10. We probably didn't leave until 11, and I like quit drinking because there was more alcohol. I quit drinking far before that, only because of the fact that I added a shot of tequila to something, and I very, very quickly realized my mistake to that, so there was a lot happening. And I needed to not go any further than that, but yeah. So I quit. He kept on, which was fine. And our Airbnb was literally 5 minutes down the road. Checkout was at 11. Our hosts were really nice, which was great. So checkout was at 11. God, that's so sloppy. Sorry. I feel like I'm doing really good for backlogging this far though. So checkout was at 11, and I'm gonna make the longest and most painful. So we went to Cracker Barrel for breakfast. Sorry, I'm being really manic. Okay, so I laid down in the car for 2 hours before anyone knew that I was missing. Literally, no one knew. But that's why I texted him, because eventually he would go to call me and realize that's where I had been the whole time and calm down. But it did take him 2 hours to figure out I was missing. And then we did get back at 3 in the morning. So it was a long night. Checkout was 11. Okay, so the brunch place I picked apparently has amended their hours, but Yelp didn't reflect that. Google did. So rather than go to a different place, everyone opted to go to Cracker Barrel. And it was a sad meal. It was sad. It was Saddy McSad. And worse, it went from there were supposed to be 4 of us to 10 of us, and drama from the last night basically reignited. And I was hungover and I was not in a place. That breakfast, guys, took 3 hours. 3 hours. Like, we got there at 11:30ish, I think, and we sat down fairly close to then, and I don't think that we were out of there until like 2 something, 3 something. It was awful. It was so awful. Oh, it was awful. Then, to make matters far worse, the drive home was extremely long. They were doing construction. Freaking terrible. Freaking terrible. Okay, so this is funny. So we stopped at Buc-ee's and Jeff actually got to take his picture with Buc-ee, which is funny. Buc-ee's is like the most mega extra gas station you've ever seen in your life. It's like a superstore mixed with a gas station. It's outlandish. They're huge. And they're throughout the South, and they're a huge deal. I did not realize it had become like quite the thing, to the point that there was like a walk around beaver character going on. Didn't realize that that was a thing until it happened, and I was like, oh, okay. So this is like it's like Chuck E. Cheese and Disney World mixed together in a really low budget situation, but it is crazy. It's really crazy. Like I said, I just didn't realize that it had become quite the thing, but we wandered around in there for a little while. I am going to get a little takeout sticker, because naturally there was like no way in Fresh Hell anybody was cooking. No way. I love how all the food stickers are next to each other now, and that will make me very angry. So I don't mind covering up a little bit of that heart. We got Bambinelli's. It really was the first time in forever, and it was so good. And I tried something new, and I didn't have any amendments. Which is major. So it turned into a big note there. We really didn't do much because we were so tired and lazy. So we just watched The Sandman. On Netflix. So there's that. So that's kind of the end of that. I am gonna cover this up. Y'all, I cannot draw a straight line to save my life right about now. That's terrible. Weather today is still kind of yucky. It's like muggy and overcast, and it's been this way, I kid you not, I feel like it's been this way for weeks. But we're trying to have kind of a lazy day, and I have the perfect little sticker for that. So we'll go into this. Not fishing, not date. Did I pull out the wrong thing? Yep. These are activities. I need mood. There we go. I'm actually way more put together than this for today. Like I actually have pants on and things. So I'm gonna put it down here because we haven't really started the lazy day vibes yet. We kind of made a plan and we're gonna go from there. So what I am going to do is fill out Sunday a little bit. So pick up apartment. I need to do the dishes. I did the litter box. Swept. I need to finish the dishes. The apartment's actually really picked up, so I shouldn't have to do too much, but I'm gonna mark it off already. I need to meal plan. To-do list. So the past couple weekends, I have been doing that like master list, and obviously with the fact that I knew I was going to be gone most of the weekend, and Saturday took up way more time than it was supposed to, and we didn't get back till late. It just didn't happen. So I'm working on it today, just loosely to have an idea for next week and start pre-planning. I know in the beginning of the video, I kind of showed you how I migrate over, but because Thursday I came home and then went and took him food and then came back, and I didn't get home until like 9, and I needed to be up early to start getting ready. That didn't happen. I feel like it's super important to understand like your time limits. And I know I talk about that a lot, but it's like, yes, it's important to stop and update your planner, but like within generalized reason. I'm gonna do finish and upload 12 by 12 because I did. Update. This whole thing is gonna be stupid full in a minute. Do update planner, trackers, logs, and apps. So that's a huge task. Jeff has gone to the grocery store, so I will leave that. And then I'm gonna leave this blank, but my hope is that I'm gonna be putting a little dragon sticker there, because I'm hoping that we're gonna be able to watch Game of Thrones tonight and not have to push it to tomorrow, but whatever, it depends on the internet situation out there. So what I'm gonna do from here is migrate all these things over. So I'm just gonna do it kind of quickly. So let's do annuity. I'm also adding a couple things. So I'm gonna add the September and October list because I need to do my best to prep September and October cards Q4 for Liz. Okay. Already draw some arrows over. I feel awkward not talking because there's not gonna be a voiceover. Here we go, plan meals with Ayana, Erica, and Mama Karen. My Etsy custom is the bane of my existence most days. Rubric and email. Great. Okay, I think that's everything migrated from the main list, so I'm gonna just double check. Nothing's really crazy happening that needs to get done. NAPC. I'm just gonna put that because it's a whole entity. Need to trim Binks's nails. I think everything else should be pretty much done the way it needs to be anyway. I am gonna write in filing though. And then I will fill out Monday tomorrow. I kind of have an idea of what I want to do, but I want to look at the day as a whole first before I like dive all the way in. But that's kind of how that migration happens. It's just pretty simple. I go through this part first and migrate everything over, and then I go through each bar, just kind of checking where there might be a dash that needs to still be worked on or something. Like, it's more my personal mail that needs it at this point. But I'm gonna go ahead and do an arrow for that. I'm sure I did trash at some point. Filing's moved over. Usually I start most of the things, but here is a full nice view of the week and what it looks like when you kind of have to come back and fill it in. So that'll be it for the day. And then I will come back and fill in probably this last little bit this evening whenever I'm at Jeff's, and we'll see how that ends out. You probably won't see that until I do the flip. Sorry guys, but that is how it's gonna go. Like I said, I'm hoping that we'll have internet and I'll be able to watch the House of Dragons premiere. I've got the cutest heels. They're my dragon heels that I've been Team Targaryen from day one. So that's just where I stand on this matter. Still not happy over the ending, but I digress. But I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope it was helpful. I'm gonna just stitch it all together and get it ready for Wednesday. So you'll have that video. And then I think, memory serves, it should be, so it'll go right here. So on the 24th, the plan with me that I just filmed is gonna be put here, and then I'll be working on September plans so that it'll upload to Sunday. And then, yeah, I actually don't know. It may be here. Who knows what the schedule is going to be. But again, I am just endeavoring to make sure that I at least get you guys one video. I think I've been okay about that. Again, if you have any questions, just pop them down below. I know there's some comments that I need to get back to with people, but I can't thank you guys enough for the support and the love and patience. I know you guys are humans too, and you understand that your days and time get away from you, and that we as content creators are humans. And I feel like it's super important for me to be authentic and tell you guys, hey, I back journal too. I get behind. I don't do things on time. You know, this is my hobby. This is not my all day, every day. I do not get paid by anyone to just craft and do the things all day, and I wish I could sometimes. But I hope you guys are all doing well, and that this video served as a very cute and helpful thing. So I hope you enjoyed my Coffee Monster Co. planning week. And until the next video, everybody take care, stay safe. Mwah.